Stop the investigations into Russia, and the president is entering a new and dangerous phase, and it risks throwing the country into a constitutional crisis. This morning, the president of the United States left open the possibility of a pardon for his former national security advisor, Michael Flynn, who pleaded guilty to a felony for lying to the FBI about conversations with the Russian ambassador. Flynn is now, of course, a cooperating witness in special counsel Robert Mueller's criminal probe.
About Michael Flynn, would you consider a pardon for Michael Flynn?
I don't want to talk about pardons for Michael Flynn yet. We'll see what happens. Let's see.
We'll see what happens. Let's see. The president, who is on his way to speak at Quantico, the training academy, recited a garbled version of the claims being made by his allies that the FBI and Justice Department are corrupt and conspiring against him.
Well, it's a shame what's happened with the FBI, but we're going to rebuild the FBI. It'll be bigger and better than ever. But it is very sad when you look at those documents, and how they've done that is really, really disgraceful. And you have a lot of very angry people that are seeing it. They've found tremendous things on the other side. When you look at the Hillary Clinton investigation, it was, I've been saying it for a long time. That was a rigged system, folks.
All right, in isolation, it's actually hard to figure out what he's even saying, but it's not hard to figure out where the president picked up those talking points that he was fumbling around with. Those talking points have been airing around the clock on Trump TV. He's also hearing them directly from people like Congressman Matt Gaetz, a Republican on the House Judiciary Committee who took a ride with the president on Air Force One last week. Gaetz confirmed to Politico he personally warned Trump that Mueller's investigation is, quote, infected with bias against the president. Today, Gaetz urged his colleagues to help shut the investigation down.
The Congress have an obligation to expose this bias, to expose what I believe is a corrupt investigation, and I call on my Republican colleagues to join me in calling for the firing of Bob Mueller. And look, it's time for Mueller to put up or shut up. If there is evidence of collusion with Russia, let's see it.
Like the congressman, the president seems to believe erroneously that neither the Mueller investigation nor any of the active congressional probes have turned up a shred of incriminating evidence.
Let's put it this way. There is absolutely no collusion. That has been proven. When you look at the committees, whether it's the Senate or the House, everybody, my worst enemies, they walk out, they say, there is no collusion, but we'll continue to look. There is absolutely no collusion. I didn't make a phone call to Russia. I have nothing to do with Russia. Everybody knows it.
Absolutely no collusion, and everybody knows it. In fact, that latter contention is the opposite of the truth. According to an Associated Press poll just out today, the vast majority of Americans, 72%, believe the president has done something illegal or unethical with regard to his ties to Russia. Despite all the evidence, the Trump campaign was eager to get Russian help. Despite the charges brought against 4 Trump associates, including his campaign chairman and his national security advisor, despite the numerous leads that still have yet to be followed, Republicans in Congress may be ready to shut down their part of the investigation. According to Congressman Adam Schiff, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, his GOP colleagues already appear to be wrapping things up, and Schiff is concerned about what comes next.
They're refusing to schedule any of the witnesses to come in January, and there are literally dozens of witnesses that need to come before our committee who may never come before the committee if they shut this down. So I think they're on the verge potentially of reneging on the commitment they made to the public, to following the facts where they lead, because these witnesses are unquestionably relevant and important to the Russian investigation, and they're signaling we may never hear from them.
Do you worry that they're trying to shut down the investigation by year's end to lay the foundation for Donald Trump to fire Bob Mueller?
That's exactly what I'm worried about.